The opening contest for America's X Cup, Team Canada versus Team AAA is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, being led by TNA Canadian representative Scott D'Amore. He is the captain of Team Canada. This is Teddy Hart.
When TNA Canadian representative Scott D'Amore filled his roster for Team Canada, his first move was to name a captain. And D'Amore's choice to lead his four-man squad is a member of one of wrestling's most famous families, the Harts. This is Teddy Hart, a third-generation wrestler, the grandson of Stu Hart, the nephew of Bret and Owen Hart, and when it comes to wrestling bloodlines, you can't do much better than that.
And his opponent, representing Team AAA from Guadalajara, Mexico, this is Mr. Aguila.
He began his pro wrestling career a decade ago in Mexico. He wrestled under the name S.A. Rios in the WWF, where he held the light heavyweight championship in the year 2000. Last month, in the first ever America's X Cup, Mr. Aguila's daredevil offensive style may have cost him in a first-round loss to Jerry Lynn, but it was a case of high risk and high reward in the 8-man elimination final when he took out Elix Skipper as Team AAA prevailed. And hello once again, everyone, from ringside. Mike Tenay, joined by Don West. And Don, it was back on February the 11th, Mexico's Team AAA capturing the America's X Cup when they defeated the United States-based Team NWA by a final score of 13-9.
That's not all they captured, Mike. They captured the world's attention, and not just the world, Canada, as they too decided we want to be a part of this high-flying action. We think we've got the best athletes in the world, and Scott D'Amore has brought down 4 young wrestlers, 3 of them virtually unknowns here in NWA TNA, but not Teddy Hart. We saw him in the Super X tournament where, ironically, he had an unbelievable match with Team AAA's captain, Juventud Guerrera.
You make a great point. Teddy Hart did debut with TNA September of last year, the Super X tournament. You might recall, Don, he defeated England's Johnny Storm, but then lost a very competitive semifinal matchup to Juventud Guerrera, and we will see Teddy Hart and Juventud Guerrera crossing paths later tonight in both the second and the third rounds.
I'll tell you something, folks. Keep your eye on Teddy Hart. When he came into NWA TNA, absolutely had the crowd on its feet. He can do some amazing things. But a guy with the experience like Mr. Aguila is the perfect counterpart in this first match. He'll know how to keep him grounded, and he's got the experience of being in one of these matches before.
Teddy Hart may be only 23 years old, but as you can imagine, he's been around the wrestling business his entire life in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. In terms of Teddy Hart's in-ring style, I think he's closer to Owen Hart than Bret Hart. He reminds me of a younger Owen Hart when he wrestled in Canada, Japan, and Mexico in his pre-WWF days.
Both these guys right now, Mike, are sizing each other up. They're trying to see what each other has. Just not quite, you got a little nervous anxiety out there, so we'll see them as they get going.
Other thing I'm interested on, as we see Aguila go for the quick cover and get a 2 count as this matchup unfolds. Let's see if Mr. Aguila directs his offense at the knees of Teddy Hart. You'll remember it was just 2 weeks ago that we saw Teddy Hart on crutches. He was unable to compete in the 3-way X-Cup Captains matchup. This is not the type of event where you can hide an injury. We're talking about 3 matches in one night. This is going to be a very physical test for Teddy Hart.
You know, I was wondering when I first saw that if maybe Scott D'Amore was doing some kind of a game plan. But I don't believe that's the case, and I'm with you. Let's watch and see what Mr. Aguila does. But right now, Teddy Hart's looking pretty sharp.
You thought maybe it was a swerve by the boss of Team Canada?
Yeah, you just never know. You got to come in with every inch you can get, Mike.
Have to admit that D'Amore was incredibly outspoken when he issued the challenge to Team Mexico. He claimed that not only does Canada have the superior wrestlers, but that Team NWA had choked last month when they lost in their home country.
You know, I thought that at first myself. When you think about it there, they lose in the asylum. But when you look at the experience that Team AAA Mexico has, when you look at all the great matches that Mr. Aguila has performed in, and Juventud Guerrera and Hector Garza, these guys have been around, and Abismo Negro's even been wrestling longer than all 3 of those. This team is so experienced, it really wasn't an upset. That's why I give advantage right here to Team AAA Mexico?
You know, I think it's a combination when you're talking about experience. The overall experience of the luchadors from Mexico and the fact that they've already been through this type of a format. They know exactly what to expect when it comes to the America's X Cup, and that has to be a huge advantage.
One X factor, though, Mike, that may be is the fact that, and I kind of alluded to it before, that this Team Canada is made up of virtually unknowns down here, especially for Team AAA Mexico. We've not seen the like of Jack Evans, Johnny Devine, and of course Petey Williams in here in the ring. That might be something where they can use that to their advantage and do something to get them the America's X Cup victory.
Hart flips back into the ring to avoid the contact, and you see Team Canada boss Scott D'Amore hooking the leg of Aguila.
That's not what this tournament's all about right here. Oh, he got him!
Split leg moonsault, follow cover, hooks the far leg and gets a 2 count from referee Andrew Thomas.
You can see Mr. Aguila showing his displeasure with Scott D'Amore right there.
I'm surprised by the interference of D'Amore. I wonder if somebody's going to talk to him. Look at that again, hooking the leg of Aguila and allowing Teddy Hart to connect with the kick.
Oh, good. Did you see that right there, though? Mr. Aguila got the foot in there on Teddy Hart. Oh, nice kick.
Springboard drop kick directly into the face and chest of Aguila and sends him out to the entrance ramp.
Teddy Hart, though, you see him grimacing there a little bit. I wonder if he may have re-injured his knee right there.
Looks like Teddy Hart trying to regroup, possibly to position himself to set up for a high-risk move. Aguila out on the floor. Teddy Hart measuring Aguila.
I think he's trying to see if Mr. Aguila's actually lost his breath there. Good move there on Teddy Hart. Instead of doing the high-risk maneuver, he comes out there to size him up one-on-one.
I think Teddy Hart realized that Aguila had recovered sufficiently, had gotten back up to his feet, but now Teddy Hart is going to go high-risk. Balancing himself on top.
What? Oh, he hit it perfectly!
Double springboard moonsault, and Teddy Hart connects on Aguila as we see Scott D'Amore turn him on. Check this out.
He's grabbing the knee. Look at that.
Looks to me like he may have re-injured his knee. Let's take a look at the replay.
Look how smooth he is. Look how agile. Oh, he must have got it when he landed on it, Mike. It must have jarred him. As you see Mr. Aguila right away taking advantage of it.
Yeah, no shock that Mr. Aguila is going to direct the offensive right at that injured left knee of Teddy Hart.
Oh, Teddy Hart right now in severe pain. I'll tell you what, this guy's very young, very athletic, but he's going to have to reach in and pull everything out of his faculties that he can right now, because the experience of Mr. Aguila will take advantage of this to the hilt.
Let's keep in mind, we're not sure about the severity of this knee injury to Teddy Hart. Oh, as Aguila drops down, the leg right across the re-injured knee. But Teddy Hart not only has this match, he has a 4-man tag team matchup and the 8-man elimination tag. 2 more matches later tonight. And let's face it, Don, he's the captain of Team Canada. He's the one individual that Scott D'Amore and the other 3 members of the team are really looking to guide them.
You know, this is something we've not dealt with before. Neither team has an alternate. I don't know what would happen. Let's hope he can somehow finish this out. Oh, man, Mr. Aguila taking advantage. What a kick.
Version of the hot shot. Follow up with the super kick that was on target.
Oh, you can see right here the experience of Mr. Aguila. Knowing that Teddy Hart's hurt, knowing exactly what he's got to do. You talked about the severity of the injury. Well, Mike, the way he keeps working on that knee, it's going to keep getting more severe. Boom, he got him again.
Slingshot into the cross body block, and Aguilar connects on Hart, and again you see Teddy Hart favoring that injured left knee.
Oh, if you can even look into the face of Teddy Hart, you can see right now he's in excruciating pain. He's going to have to, after this match, win or lose, get back there and get that ice down, because it's not going to be but a short time. He's going to have to come back out here in this ring.
Is Teddy Hart going to be able to fight through that pain, or will it hinder his high-risk top rope offensive moves? Going to try it anyway, balancing on top. Snapped off the Hurricane Rana, but was that a wise move?
Well, you can see there where, as he hit the top of the rope, obviously the knee injury caused him to not be able to get steady. We've seen this guy do unbelievable things there. You can see where the knee injury is costing him on his fluidity, if I can. Look at there. See how that?
There it is. Having problem balancing on the top, but nonetheless connecting. Talk about a daredevil offense. Doesn't seem to bother Teddy Hart, but that time it cost him.
Oh, man, Mr. Aguila got the knees up. Perfect timing right there. Teddy Hart went to the well one time too often in that series.
Let's see if Aguila can put him away. Far legs hook, two, and
got it.
no, got the shoulder up to two.
You got to give Teddy Hart credit. This kid's got all kinds of spunk out there, but I'll tell you something. We talked about the experience edge. Team AAA has it. Here he goes. Oh, he's got him.
High cross body block, two, and no!
He fights out of it.
Teddy Hart amazingly able to use that leg strength that he does have remaining to kick out and avoid the 3 count. Aguila high risk again. Look at D'Amore.
Oh, no.
What's the story with Scott D'Amore?
I'll tell you what. I would